Hello, welcome to MLB Daily Baseball Recaps, episode 30. We are going to be recapping the games from Friday, August 21st. There were quite a bit of them, and let's just jump right into it. The Marlins finally get back on the right track. They were 8-1, I think they were 7-1. And then they dropped down to 9-9. They've been playing terribly, but they get on the right track with a 3-2 win against the Nationals. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the second on a Miguel Rojas 3-run homer, and then they used a very strong pitching performance from I think it's like something Hernandez, Brandon Kinsler, Brad Boxberger, Sean Tarpley. They all shut it down onto the bullpen. A sort of smorgasbord of players get it done for the Marlins. 3-2, they beat the Nationals. The Blue Jays take down the Rays 6-5 at Tropicana Field. This was an extra inning one. The Blue Jays used a 4-run second inning to pull away early. Tasker Hernandez and Vlad Guerrero Jr. both homered. But in the third, Yandy Diaz sort of tried to chip away. Jose Martinez doubled to make it 4-4 in the sixth. The game would go to extra innings after both bullpens sort of shut it down. But in the top of the 10th, Kevin Biggio with a double, and then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. with a sac fly played 2 runs in the top half. And then in the bottom half, all that the Rays could muster up was a Yandy Diaz single, and they lose this one 6-5. Blue Jays are 13-11, Rays are 17-10. We'll do a standings update after this. The Pirates defeat the Brewers 7-2. Pirates are 5-17 after the win. Yikes! They used a 3-run fourth inning. Brian Reynolds reached on an infield single. Jorge Polanco singled, and Cole Tucker had a single. Chad Kuhl, Kuhl, pitched very, very great. 5 innings, only gave up 1 run, and the Pirates get a meaningless win as they should be trying to tank. Braves beat the Phillies 11-2. They used a 7-run fifth inning and a 4-run third inning. Aaron Nola gets lit up for 4 earned runs in 2 2/3. People who homered Ozuna and d'Arnaud, and Ozuna again. Ozuna went deep twice. And the Braves all around just destroyed the Phillies. Phillies are 9-13. Braves are 15-11. The Tigers get back on the right track. They were kind of in the same boat as the Marlins. They fell. They were like 9-5. I think they had lost. I want to say they lost like 9 in a row, but they win yesterday against the Indians. This is actually in comeback fashion. They were down 5-0 after the third inning. Franmil Reyes big home run, but Jonathan Scope home run cut it to 5-2, and then Romine cut it to 3-5, and then in the top of the fourth, Paderes with this grand slam gives the Tigers the lead 7-5, and they would not look back. Victor Reyes added on an insurance home run, and they win that one 10-5. Red Sox defeat the Orioles 8-5. John Means gave 3 runs in three innings. The Red Sox used the strength of 3 homers. Bogarts, Martinez, and Devers all went deep, gave them an 8-0 lead to start the game, and they would hold on to that 8-5. White Sox embarrassed my Cubs 10-1. I was hearing it from White Sox fans all day yesterday. It was 2-0 after a Luis Robert homer. Jose Abreu homered. Mendick homered. Grandal homered. Abreu homered. Jimenez homered. That's the only way they get their runs, is home runs. And it worked. Dallas Keuchel, 8 innings, 1 earned run. Just a terrible game from the Cubs. The White Sox are 16-11. The Cubs are 16-9. The Royals defeat the Twins 7-2. They used a strong pitcher performance from Danny Duffy. 5 innings, only 1 earned run. It was Ehaire Adrianzo's birthday. He had an RBI groundout, but that's all that really the Twins had to deal with. Corey Soler and Hunter Dozier both homer, and the Twins win, the Twins lose 7-2. The Reds defeat the Cardinals 4-2. They used a strong pitching performance from pretty much their entire bullpen. Michael Lorenzen gets credit for the win after pitching 1 2/3 scoreless innings. This was a pretty good game. It was 2-0 Cardinals going into the 5th, but with in the top of the 6th with the bases loaded, Matt Davidson with a grand slam to push him from down 2 to up 2. Win probability check, it went from 84 in the Cardinals' favor to 70 in the Reds' favor. Big hit there. And the Reds, that's all they needed to win, 4-2. The Padres defeat the Astros 4-3. I'm pretty sure they've won 5 in a row. If that sounds correct. They used a strong fifth inning. Manny Machado single, a James Cronenworth double, Profar to sac fly. Just a back and forth game, but the Padres just come on top. They had a chance to extend the grand slam streak. Hosmer came out with the bases loaded and he grounded out. So they could have made it 5 games in a row. Mariners defeat the Rangers 7-4. They used a very strong 4-run first inning. Kyle Lewis also homered later in the game. That's my boy. Sam Haggerty, RBI double. He also scored on a wild pitch. Austin Nola, RBI single. Jumped out 4-0, and they would cruise off of that lead to a 7-4 win. The Mariners are 9-19. Rangers are 10-15. The Dodgers become the first major league team to hit the 20-win mark as they beat the Rockies 5-1. They are 20-8. They used a strong 4th inning off of a Matt Beattie single and a 2-run Kyle Seager double. They used a strong pitching performance of Walker Buehler. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts. So fantastic stuff from him. And the Dodgers roll, and they sit comfortably at the top of the division. The A's defeat the Diamondbacks 5-3 at the Oakland Coliseum. Andrew Heaney gave up 5 earned runs in only 4 2/3 innings. Marcus Semien had a home run to lead off the game. Stephen Piscotty had a 2 RBI double also in the first inning, and they used that 3-0 lead to sort of just coast to a win. And lastly, they beat the Angels. I'm stupid. I saw a red A, and I just looked so fast, I thought it was the Diamondbacks, and they were just playing the Diamondbacks, but no, they beat the Angels. It's Andrew Heaney. It's obviously in the Angels. Speaking of those Diamondbacks, they lose to the Giants. Giants, I think, have won 4 in a row. They are 12-16. Evan Longoria hits his 300th home run. It was a 394-foot shot in the 3rd inning. That gave him a lead 2-0. The D-backs would tie it in the 4th off of an Eduardo Escobar single, but in the 5th, Wilmer Flores homered. Joey Bart walked with the bases loaded, and Brandon Crawford had an RBI ground out. So they win that game 6-2. Now, let's check on the standings. So, we're already about a third of the way. We're probably about a third of the way through the season. 20 games would be about a third of the way. Now, some teams have played, way more games than the others. The Dodgers have played 28 games, whereas the Cardinals have only played 15. So we're actually about, halfway through the season, about a little bit, between a half and a third of the way through the season. So I think it's an appropriate time to check on some standings. Now, just so you guys know, the new playoff format is 8 teams from each league. It is all 3 of the division winners, all 3 of the second-place teams, and then the next 2 best teams. So, you could have a 3rd-place team and then a 4th-place team, or 2 3rd-place teams. So, a competitive division like the NL West could get multiple teams in. So, your AL playoff picture, your first-place teams are, the Yankees and Rays are tied, but the Yankees have the better winning percentage. So, Yankees, Twins, A's. I predicted all 3 of those people to win the division. So right now I'm 3 for 3. Your second place teams, Rays, Indians, Astros. I said the Astros would finish 3rd. I said the Angels would finish 2nd. They are 8-19. They are playing terribly right now. And then your next 2 best teams, those would be the White Sox and the Blue Jays. So, your playoff matchups would be Blue Jays, Yankees, White Sox, A's. Blue Jays, A's, White Sox, Yankees, Rays, Indians, and then Astros, Twins. Those would be your playoff matchups. And then in the National League, your division leaders are Braves, Cubs, Dodgers. I picked the Braves and the Dodgers. I had the Reds winning the division, not my Cubs. But the Cubs they have a comfortable 4-game lead. Your second place teams are Marlins, Cardinals, Padres. I picked the Padres to finish 3rd. And they're in 2nd right now. And then your next 2 best teams are, you see, the NL is very top heavy. Your next 2 best teams are the Rockies and Diamondbacks, both from the same division. I think with the Dodgers beating up on everyone in the National League and the Cubs and the Braves, it's just a lot of teams at the bottom aren't very good. So your playoff matchups, if this were to start today, it would be Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Rockies, Cubs, Padres, Braves, and then I think Cubs, Cardinals. And then Cubs, Cardinals, and then, no, Cubs, Marlins. Something like that. I think you guys know. Now, we need to look at some stat leaders, because I am a big stat nerd. I know everyone cares about home runs. We will talk about home runs last. Your leader in batting average is Charlie Blackmon at 417. He's been crushing it this year. DJ LeMahieu right behind him at 411. We'll save home. RBIs, Fernando Tatis Jr. has 29, Nelson Cruz 25, Anthony Santander has been having a monstrous year so far. He has 25. Charlie Blackmon and Brandon Lau both have 24. Hits, Charlie Blackmon has 43 hits. Next is Ketel Marte with a measly 35. David Fletcher, Tatis, and Kyle Lewis also have 35. So Blackmon has 8 more hits than the next person. Stolen bases, Tommy Pham, VR, Mondesi, Austin Slater, and Tatis all have 6. Pitching, wins, Shane Bieber has 5. Bunch of people have 4. ERA, Trevor Bauer with an 0.68. He's the only person that still has a sub-1 ERA. Shane Bieber with a 1.11. Max Fried 1.32. Lance Lynn 1.37. Framber Valdez, I've been really impressed with his play so far, 1.72. Saves, Liam Hendricks has 9. Zach Britton has 8. Kenley Jansen, Brad Hand, and Archie Bradley have 7. Strikeouts, Shane Bieber has 65 strikeouts. And the next closest, Sonny Gray, with only 51. He is on a different level. And the last thing is quality starts. I don't know I think that's like 6 innings with like less than 2 or some runs. Shane Bieber has 6. Lance Lynn, Sonny Gray, Kyle Freeland, and Bauer all have 5. Now to home runs, because I know this is what everyone cares about. Fernando Tatis Jr. currently leading the senior circuit in home runs. He has 12. There are 2 other people that have hit double digits with him. Mike Trout and Luke Voigt both have 10. There are a ton of people that have 9. Nelson Cruz, Nick Castellanos, Matt Olson, Mookie Betts, Aaron Judge, Teoscar Hernandez, Eloy Jimenez, Anthony Santander, and Brandon Lau. And then 2 people have 8. It's JT Realmuto and Matt Chapman. So those are your stat leaders. Not much there. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not going to do any highlights for this video because I'm feeling lazy today. Sorry. There will be highlights next video, I promise. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.